guys, I'm Neodyinamite and welcome back to Subnautica, another of my little guide videos that I have for this game. Now, the thing is, some time ago I made a guide video how to get to the floater island, which is basically, if you don't know, more or less like in that general direction. Now, a lot of people are having difficulties to find this island because, well, simply they're missing the island. They're not following the, let's say, red line that I'm imagining from the engines of the Aurora that goes back into the sea. And basically they're getting themselves into the ghost leviathans, they're getting themselves into the dead zone, and basically most of the time they die. Sorry about that, but this is nothing I can do with that. You basically like not following my, let's say, guide. So I have decided that, okay, you know what, people are having like way too much problem with this thing, so I'm putting another one. This is gonna be a little bit different. I hope that this one's gonna help the people who didn't manage to find it the way I did in the first video. So basically, as you can see, the Aurora is before the explosion, so keep this thing in mind. If you don't know, the Aurora after the explosion will make a radiated zone around itself, so keep your distance from that thing. Now, the thing is, when you're gonna go to search for this island, what you need is that you need to have, well, the flashlight I would recommend, honestly. The knife I would recommend to take. The sig light, the fins, the air tank, the rebreather, all of this thing, including the food, is optional, okay? You don't actually need this thing. However, there's one item that you really would probably need to have, just in case. Just in case if you want to go to the island by swimming to it. Now, my floppy is over here, my life pod actually. The item that you need is called the beacon. Now, if you don't know how to craft the beacon, let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna try to make you like a video explaining where to get the blueprint for that thing, but it's not like super hard. You just have to like swim around in shallow waters and you should be able to find the beacon. Now, at some point in the game, you're gonna get information about life pod 3, which is more or less into that general direction. However, if you won't get it, that's fine. The idea is that when you're gonna stand on your life pod, remember that the life pod will spawn only randomly in the shallow waters, which is basically the starting zone of Subnautica. It's always gonna be random, so if you're gonna stand on your life pod and look at the Aurora and you're gonna be maybe closer or further away from it, this is why. It's not actually very super important, it's something that you need to keep in mind. Now, go into the water and try to look for like an orientation point. Now, I like to use this tunnel over here, which has like a lot of resources in it. Basically, I have a little bit of it, but on the walls of this tunnel over here, you will find titanium, copper, probably a little bit of salt. The idea is that you need to follow the way the tunnel goes into the sea. Now, I'm gonna try to use the sig light just to speed up the things a little tiny bit. I'm not probably gonna do any cuts, so just so like aware where the hell I'm going. So the tunnel is, if I could only see it, the tunnel is over here, and more or less I am traveling to its opposite direction, more or less into the sea. Now, remember that the Aurora may blow up in your playthrough, so if you're gonna get the indication that you're getting yourself into the radiation zone, just go away. So in this like particular idea, you need to go to the left. You need to go from the Aurora, not towards it, okay? Now, sooner or later, you're gonna see this gigantic cloud over here. Like this very unusual cloud. This is the island, the other island in the game. Now, please keep in mind that on this island is gonna be like a serious spoiler. So, if you want to try to find it yourself, do go for the first video. If not, swim towards this island. More or less, you should be traveling through this like little zone over here. If I have basically, this is the kelp forest over there, the one with the tall grass thingy, and you'll be going in general direction over here. Now, this is the place where you're gonna meet the bone sharks, a very aggressive creature. But if you're gonna keep your distance, you'll be safe. Just follow this rock path over here. Just keep swimming, and everything will be okay. Sooner or later, this cloud over here is gonna turn into actual island. There it is. So this is the island that you need to visit in order to get the other way to the island, to the floater island. And you're probably like wondering, wait, the floater island is in a different direction. I know, I got it, relax, we're getting this thing. So just keep swimming towards this island. Sooner or later you're gonna see the cannon, which you don't know is probably one of the main reasons why Subnautica is happening. But the idea is that you need to get on this island. You may actually get at some point the information about the sunbeam. If you don't know, the sunbeam will literally show you the place where the island is. So if you won't be able to find the floater island or the cannon island before the sunbeam event, then just follow my path. If not, wait for the sunbeam event. Yes, thank you, computer. Now, On this island, you'll see those little crab monsters. They're not dangerous. You just need to avoid them. If you have watched my proportion cannon guide, you can basically make yourself a proportion cannon, and that's gonna help you one way or another as well. Simply because those monsters cannot defend themselves from the proportion cannon. You can literally just catch them and blow them to smithereens. Now the thing is that you need to follow those lamps post over here. You need to go up this little tiny hill over here, and you're gonna see this thing in the distance, the purple key. Now this thing is very important. I actually recommend to scan this thing maybe before you're gonna try to do anything else. After you're gonna obtain this key over here, try not to fall on your face, because fall damage is a thing now in Subnautica, as I just said. Trying to avoid fall damage, recommended highly. You will get yourself into the main entrance of the cannon facilities. Stop jumping on me, thank you. Use the tablet to open the gate. This is the only way to get inside of the inside of this base. So later the force field is gonna turn off, and you can freely enter this. Now, you need to go around this corner.
Scans indicate this structure is
Yes, thank you, computer, whatever.
with unprecedented integrity.
You need to go around
Found in database.
this corridor over here, this hall, and you should see a thing called the ion crystal, which is gonna be that thing. You need to collect this thing, because otherwise you won't be able to get to the island. Collect this cube. There's basically no threats in this facility, so expect for the little squids, little crab monsters outside of it. This place is completely safe, unless you're gonna go into the water, then that's the place where you're gonna find the, let's say, a little bit more of aggressive fish, okay? Now, with this crystal, you just need one. With this crystal, you're supposed to work outside once again, through the gate. I probably won't try to do any cuts, so sorry if my commentary is gonna get a little bit boring at some point. It's just because I don't want people to miss anything. You're supposed to go back the same path as you have walked up to find the key, the purple key to open the gate. Now, the thing is that you need to walk this way. This is the place where I kinda like actually recommend having the proportion cannon, but you can still do it without it, okay? You can literally do it without the proportion cannon. It's not a big of an issue. The thing is that you need to go this path over here, just avoid those little monsters over here, goodbye. Go inside this path, and go inside this cave system over here. Now, this is where this thing is gonna get a little bit more tricky. If you have a flashlight, use it. If not, fine. If you're gonna get close to those things, they're basically gonna light up a little tiny bit, so more or less you'll be able to see something. Follow those things. Follow the little obelisks, and you should be able to get outside here once again. And now, you have a bit of a view over here, just saying. You're gonna go inside of this tunnel once again. You're gonna follow the path to the right, and you're gonna get yourself into this thing. This is the portal device of the alien race, and with this thing, you can get yourself into the floater island. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, why the hell do I need the crystal? This is why. In order to activate this thing, you need to have the green crystal that we have collected from the gate. You put the crystal inside, the portal activates, and now you can walk freely inside, and you're gonna get yourself on the floater island without any problem. So, walk inside, no issue over here. You are completely safe, you won't die, hopefully, unless the developer's gonna change something once again, and I have to redo completely the tutorial video for the 5th time already. So I hope nothing will change, actually. After a few minutes of loading, you should get yourself into the floater island, which is literally should be more or less now. Now, game. Now, it'd be wonderful if you could actually do this thing right now, because I'm coming up, I'm being an idiot. Okay, there you go. Right. The portal is still activated. As you can see, there's no like a pedestal thingy over here, so you cannot activate this portal from this side. You have to do it from the side we just did. You are in a cave. Now, stay calm. Everything is under control. You go outside of this thing, around to the left of the portal, if I remember correctly. And there's supposed to be like a little path over here. Yeah, this path over here. Just follow the structures. Just go around the cave walls. Sooner or later, you're gonna find the exit. You keep walking up and up and up. You'll see a lovely little window over here. This is not the exit. Don't use the first exit, because you're gonna fall into the water. Just saying. Keep walking, and you're gonna see yourself a wonderful little exit. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the floater island. As you can see, the Aurora is now in front of us. We have ventured into that general direction, and now we are on the island. Now, okay, we got all of this thing. Why do you need the beacon? Well, the beacon is needed actually So we'll be able to mark this place, just in case if you'll be traveling here without the sig light, you know, traveling back to the to the life pod can actually be a little bit of an issue. So deploying yourself a little beacon over here will actually save you a lot of time. Now, please keep in mind one thing. When I used to plant the beacon on the island in Subnautica in the previous versions, sometimes the beacon bugged itself, which means that he got teleported inside of the ground, or even somehow he managed to go through the ground and he ended up on the bottom of the sea. But still, more or less, you get the location of the actual floater island. So I honestly hope that this video is gonna help somebody. Sorry if the previous one was not helpful at all for you and you get yourself into the Ghost Leviathans. If you are getting yourself into the Ghost Leviathans, then that means you ventured too far away. And you need to like come actually back and look at the Aurora once again. You need to use the Aurora for your guiding point. And I think this is like one of the easiest way to find the island. There's also one more even easier way, but that one is just related to the story, and basically the game is telling you exactly where the island is. So I don't think there's like a point of making that video, simply because if you're gonna be sitting to your life pod, sooner or later you're gonna get information about the second in command, Officer Karen or Kane or whatever name his was. If you're gonna find his damaged life pod, you will find literally the coordinates to this island over here without any like problem. So I hope this thing has been helpful. Also, don't forget to edit your beacon name, so you'll be able to find this thing later on. And if you need to like further edit this thing, you can go to your equipment, go to the beacon markers, and you have the beacon over here. So actually you can change the color maybe, so just that you'll be able to see this thing better. The idea is that you need to leave the beacon over here because for me, even though that I have played this game for like a few times already, I'm still having sometimes problems to find the cave entrance where the portal is in order to get back home. So as you can see, the beacon's working. For now, he's not falling through the textures, and let's keep it that way, developers. Just saying, you know, I don't want this thing to disappear. So if you could be so kind and actually leave it as it is, that would be wonderful. And also, there's a little bit. And speaking of, I think he just fell down. Okay, just for the purpose of showing this thing to the viewers, yeah, he just literally fell down. Well, this thing happens sometimes. That's lovely. That's beautiful. If you don't know, rendering in the games works like this. If the player works too far away from a point of view, basically the game is no longer rendering the textures, and apparently this thing applies to the beacon, which has to lay on the textures. So without the textures, he just falls through, and he keeps falling. That's wonderful. That's really great. Thank you, developers. Just saying, that's a wonderful little thing. God damn it! I have to redo the entire thing once again. Oh crap. Anyway, I think this is actually the point where I'm gonna cut this video. I hope this thing have helped. If not, let me know in the comments below. I would maybe try to find out even a better way to show the island. I don't know. Looking forward into the feedback, and let me know if you want to see any other guiding videos for Subnautica. But for now, I'm just gonna cut it. I'll do this over here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the episode, please subscribe a lot. And I'll see you all in the next video.